great one watching on tonight as the Pirates want to hit a few out there to that young man standing by the Allegheny River. Kevin Correa gets the start in the rubber game of this three-game series between the Astros and the Pirates. Andrew McCutchen, a 4-hit night last night. He's leading the Pirates out as they get set to take on the Astros for the final time as National League opponents here at PNC Park. Altuve will lead off. Paredes is in right field. Brent Wallace, 4 out of 8 this series with a home run and 4 runs batted in. J.D. Martinez bats cleanup, and we are quickly underway at PNC Park with Altuve taking ball 1 high. Bogusevic, Moore, Corporon, Green, and Abad, the rest of the lineup for the Houston Astros. And a strike call to Altuve, 291 hitter.
Kevin Correa. His numbers brought to you by the Western PA Chevy dealers. Start number 23. He's done some good work recently out of the bullpen. He's been back and forth. He's done a good job for the Pirates.
Altuve pops this one up to shallow right. Garrett Jones calls off Brock Holt, and there is one gone for Houston in the top half of the first inning.
There's numbers for Kevin Correa. Let you digest those. He's won 7 of his last 9 decisions. Last 2 appearances out of the Pirate bullpen. 4-inning scoreless stint last Friday against the Brewers. 1-1 career-wise against the Houston Astros in 6 previous starts. 9-8 overall for Kevin. Hoping to get in double figures for the 4th straight year.
Yeah, it'll be 4 years in a row. Last year, a career-high 12 wins. Jimmy Paredes. He takes low ball 1.
We were talking to Stan Savran before the game, talking about Correa. It's not the easiest thing to do for a career starter, to bounce back and forth in preparation. What do you do between appearances? Is the next one going to be a start? Going to be out of the bullpen? And Kevin's done an excellent job of handling that.
Fouled a long way out of play down the left field side, and it's 1-1 to Paredes. Calling the balls and strikes, Jerry Meals. Mike Winters is the crew chief. He is at first base. Wally Bell at second, and Mark Wegner is at third. Ground ball to Holt. 2 out quickly.
Well, the youngster has done nothing wrong at second base, has he?
Defensively, left to right. Presley was a late add for Jose Tabata. He's got the injured left foot after fouling a ball off of it, so he can't play. At least he can't start tonight. Holt and Sanchez on the right side, and the birthday boy, Rod Barajas, turns 37 today. And Brock Holt in his 5th major league game. And Barajas on the other side, his 1100th major league game.
He'll share a birthday today with Bill Mazeroski, Pirate Hall of Famer.
Wallace takes the first pitch for ball 1. 286 the average for Wallace. 7 home runs, 17 runs batted in. He's had himself a good series. He really has been the most consistent Astro at the plate during the first 2 games. That is outside ball 2.
Much more pleasant night to start this thing than we did last night.
Yeah.
It was a little crazy for a while here in this yard.
Well, an hour and 15-minute delay to the start of the game last night, plus thunder, lightning, and heavy rains. But the grounds crew did a very good job getting this field ready. And the Pirates got it in and got the victory. Ended a 4-game skid, and the field looks great today. 82 degrees. The forecast picture perfect. So the thing that would make it perfect is a Pirate victory tonight. 2-1 pitch. Wallace takes inside, and it's 3-1.
And you look at a perspective of this series coming in, Pirates can say we want to at least win 2 out of 3. So a sweep is not possible, obviously. Wandy did a great job to put him in a position to win the series tonight. And you need to do it over the weekend. But first things first tonight.
To right field, Jones over. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Correa. He retires the Astros in order. September 5th, 2012. It is the birthday of Bill Mazeroski. No score, bottom of the first inning. Pirates lineup brought to you by Toyota. Brock Holt leads off. Last night, his first 3 or 4 hit game. He's done nothing but hit since his call up. Barmes into the 2 spot tonight. McCutchen, Jones, Sanchez, Alvarez, then Rod Barajas, Alex Presley hitting 8th. Kevin Correa bats 9th. Jose Tabata originally in the 2 spot, and then Hurdle made the change, putting Barmes up there. And Presley into left field, batting 8th. So Holt will take a strike, and he'll take some pitches as he faces the left-hander Fernando Abad.
This reliever out of the bullpen, making his 3rd start of the year. He's been a career relief pitcher. And gets out in front 0-2. See the 2 starts, the other appearances. 2 starts didn't go all that well against the Mets in Cincinnati. 8 innings total in those 2 starts, 7 earned runs.
Abad's wide in the 0-2. And Holt pokes it towards second. Altuve fields it in the air for the out. So 1 out. A Rivers Casino tips to win tonight, courtesy of Steve Blass.
Well, you like to get into the Astros bullpen, and yeah, we are already there with Abad coming out of the bullpen to start. Score your own runs. Pirates scored 6, but 4 of them were given to them by the Houston defense. And don't halt Holt. Keep him hot. You want a hot Holt.
Poke line drive to Altuve, retired Holt, so he's 0 for 1. And boy, was he a popular guy in the clubhouse today. Everybody with a camera, microphone, notepad,
fresh meat,
recorder.
Fresh meat.
And it was a one at a time type of thing with him today, as he patiently went from 3:10 the time the clubhouse opened until he had to go off for batting practice. He talked to anybody and everybody that would come up and approach him. Experiencing life in the big leagues for the first time.
Well, when you're a first-year player and you get called up, you darn well better have time for everybody. It's the way it should work, and he has. He's done a good job of that.
Well, currently just a technical difficulty temporarily with our true center field camera, the one that looks right down the middle that you've become so accustomed to seeing this year. We'll get that back for you. Right now, that's the old look.
Yep, from the shortstop side. So different angle. A little different spot in the lineup for Clint.
2 ball, 2 strike count to Barmes. And Abad's pitch. He's hit down the left field side, foul.
Been a tough year average-wise for Clint. As you can see, 221. But when he has hit, he's made him count to a good degree, 40 RBIs.
Almost hangs alive there. Getting a little bit on the baseball, and Abad will have to throw him another 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Abad is 26 from La Romana in the Dominican Republic. Lost to the Reds his last time out. Won a career-long 4 1/3 innings in that game. Gave up 6 runs on 9 hits against Cincinnati on the 31st of August.
Astros signed him when he was 16 years old out of their Dominican Academy. Many major league teams have academies in the Dominican Republic.
2-2. That's down the left field line on a base hit. That was out of the reach of the third baseman, Scott Moore. And Clint Barmes has a 1-out single. Let's take a look now at our Barrel Automotive League leaders stat, brought to you by Barrel. Driven to be better. 4 hit games, the leader in the National League. McCutchen with 6. Daniel Murphy, the Mets, with 5. And Joey Votto, who's just made his return to the Reds after a lengthy time away due to injury, has 4. McCutchen loves seeing the lefties, too. Still the top hitter against left-handers, .430. And he's back to leading the league in batting average after his 4-hit performance last night. He's just a tick above Melky Cabrera at .347. Cabrera at .346. And that's the guy he's going to be battling for the rest of the season. A guy who will not have his batting average move, who's suspended 50 games for the use of a banned substance.
both sides of that chart. Lefties and righties good, but as you say, against the lefties, that is quite impressive.
2-0. It's 3-0 to Kutch. I told you at the outset of the telecast today that the Mets have beaten the Cardinals 6-2. Phillies beat the Reds 6-2. So the Pirates start the night 10.5 behind the Reds and 2 games in back of the Cardinals, and they can cut it to a game and a half with a win tonight.
Green light for Andrew. Turn it loose. Abad has given up 6 home runs. He's worked 32 innings, 41 hits, walked just 11, 25 strikeouts. And there you see the Central standings.
Pirates also need some help from San Diego tonight. They play in Los Angeles against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers a full game in front of the Pirates.
Things can change very quickly. That bunched up program in the wild card. Very quickly. Mr. Abad concerned with Mr. Barmas, who doesn't steal all that often.
He doesn't have a stolen base. He's 0 for 2.
That's seldom.
Ball 4 to McCutchen. 2 on and 1 out. Kutch draws the walk, and now Abad will have to face Garrett Jones. Pirates have a man in scoring position now. Barmas at second base. Tyler Green over to have a word with Abad. Well, Jones really mixed up in a career year when you look at his numbers. 292. 23 home runs. That's a career high. 74 runs batted in.
You know, when you talk about your power guys, usually you'll start with a base, a foundation. You want to be a power guy, you got to give us 25 home runs. Then you start to get in the conversation a little bit. He's 2 away from that, and a hot streak could make it very special. But you'd love to see Garrett, who's done such a good job, at least get to that 25 plateau and hopefully get there and just keep on trucking.
He's hit safely in 7 straight games.
And he has hit the ball hard. The other night when he had the 3 hits, it could have been 4. Very, very easily. Top-notch play at first base. Cost him that.
True center is back. Right down Main Street. Ball 1 to Jones. Garrett's reached base safely in 10 of his last 13 plate appearances, going 7 for 10 with 3 walks. 1 out, 2 on. And Abad gets the sign from Carlos Corporon, the 3rd catcher used this series. Snyder caught the opener. Castro last night. And now Corporon, who was recently recalled and joined the club once the roster's expanded.
Speaking of being recalled, Fernando Abad up and down several times this year. After coming up to the big leagues in 2010, doing a real good job his first chance. Last year, disappointing. This year, up and down between the major league teams.
Jones to right in the base hit. Barmas is going to get sent home. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. The Pirates lead it 1-0 on an RBI single by Garrett Jones, his 75th run batted in.
Stay hot, 46. Stay hot. Sounds like stay cool, San Diego. No, this is stay hot, Garrett. Stay classy, San Diego. Down and away, turns it back around. Sometimes you call that rolling over if it's a ground ball to second base, but he gets down under the ball and serves it out to right field.
Gabby Sanchez, the hitter. 5-hitter in the Pirates order. McCutchen at second, Jones at first. 1 out and 2 on, and Abad, the lefty, delivers home. And Sanchez out in front of the breaking ball. And it's 0-1. Well, Gabby trying to show more of a power stroke lately. 5 home runs, 2 of those as a Pirate, 3 as a Marlin. Started 2 of the last 3 games at first base. About ready to deliver the 0-1. Sanchez bangs it through the hole. That's a base hit. McCutchen stutter step for a moment. Now he comes to the plate. He's in. It's 2-0 Bucks.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see everybody involved. And last night, Tim, they didn't put that ball game really away. It was 4-0. Nothing secure with that kind of score, and got 2 cheap runs later on. But you want to just take off and just keep moving, and you want to have one of those really breakout kind of games. And the Pirates looking like they're heading in that direction, at least in the first inning. Follow Andrew.
Andrew McCutchen leads the National League in runs scored with 93. 3 ahead of Ryan Braun of Milwaukee.
Not to just go off on the Houston Astros, but you got a chance with Abad starting, a reliever starting, and a suspect bullpen, and you got an opportunity to have some fun tonight. Tony DeFrancisco, the new manager of the Astros, replacing Doug Mills.
And the pitch.
Brad Mills, excuse me.
Is in for a called strike. Brad Mills had been with the Expos. He goes back to the Expos days. He was a coach on their staff and was Terry Francona's bench coach in Boston before taking the job as skipper of the Astros. Alvarez off the glove of Altuve. Altuve will get the 1 at first base, and 2 men move up. Jones to third and Sanchez to second base with 2 outs.
They're probably not going to get a double play there, but that happened to the Astros all last night. They dropped the pop-up. That was the obvious one, but the Pirates scored 2 early runs with balls hit off the gloves of Astro defenders.
Ron Barajas out of BP and a little birthday card. One of those, that's an E-card right there.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
looks like a scoreboard to me.
Well, it's an E-card.
Okay.
If you were computer literate, you'd know about it.
E meaning electronic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a really big
That's a notch above electric. Electric to electronic.
A slight notch above. You still have rotary dial on your cell phone?
No. We're in good shape. Actually, it's my car phone.
Car phone?
Yeah.
0-1 to Barajas, and he hits this one in the air to right field, carrying well, but back to get it Paredes, and on the track he'll make the catch. Pirates put 2 up on 3 hits, and they'll leave a pair. And after a full inning at PNC Park, it's the Bucks 2, Astros nothing.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. and by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Wandy Rodriguez kept this going against his former teammates. Went 7 shutout innings last night. Pirates would win that game 6-2, and Wandy would get his 10th victory. And the Pirates off to a good start. He's happy about the 2-0 lead. He should be.
There's nothing better than the day after you pitch a great game for a starter. It's fun to come out, relax a little bit, just soak up the evening.
J.D. Martinez, he's recently back up from AAA as well. Had to go down there and work on his swing. It's not often you have a guy who's your team's leading RBI guy, and he is with 54, gets sent down. 0-1 to Martinez. And there was going to be a Martinez tonight in right field. That was going to be Fernando Martinez, but he was scratched late. J.D. took his spot, went to left, and they moved Paredes from left field to right field. 1 ball and 2 strikes to J.D. Martinez.
Going to need a scorecard. Always going to need a scorecard. Keep track of the ball players.
You know, sometimes when you have teams like Houston that have already been eliminated and they have pretty much everybody that they're going to bring up, the 8-man bench, can sometimes resemble a spring training game. Base hit to right field past Gabby Sanchez. And Martinez has the leadoff base hit.
Sharply hit. Don't know if it was out of the reach of Gabby or underneath the glove. We'll get a closer look.
Martinez at first base, and Bogusevic the hitter, left-handed batter.
Sharply hit, looked like it went under the glove.
Like under, yeah. 209 the average for Bogusevic. He has struggled at the plate this year. Down year for Bogusevic. Takes a strike. It's 0-1.
And you're going to like Kevin Correa throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, or at least the last couple. Always want to do that.
Always good.
Anytime. Get out in front.
Martinez off first, and the pitch. Bogusevic takes low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A year ago today, 295. Now the power numbers up some this year, but the average numbers way down from a year ago. Bogusevic ready for the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
Kevin Correa with 57 career wins, 62 losses. As we said, career start number 7 against the Houston Ball Club. 31-year-old right-hander from San Diego, California.
2-1 pitch coming to Bogusevic. Kevin steps off. Kevin, has been fairly consistent. He's won 7 of his last 9 decisions. Pitched 4 innings of scoreless relief in Milwaukee on Friday. And a little chopper out toward Correa, who will tag Bogusevic. Martinez will advance to second base. So 1 unassisted on the putout for Bogusevic. That'll bring up the third baseman Scott Moore.
And back when a decision had to be made to adjust the starting rotation, Kevin Correa, who had won 6 decisions in a row, was odd man out. 7 in a row before he was sent to the bullpen. Couldn't have been happy about that, but has handled all this moving around very professionally.
Well, he wasn't very happy about it at first, and in fact, the first game after that, we were in Houston and just happened to be there, and Kevin was just trying to get over it at that point in time, and he did. And he has made a number of spot starts since then. Scott Moore fouls it off. .226 for the left-handed hitting Moore. Pirates will play the Astros 1 more series as National League foes. It'll be in Houston on the last road trip on the 21st of the month. Starting then, be a 3-gamer before finishing up with 4 in New York right after that.
I tell you, you get to the 1st of September and you're involved. It's like a cascade. It's like an avalanche toward October 1st. It starts going real fast, and with great clarity in terms of what's available, what you need to do.
To the right side, Brock Holt will handle it. And the Rice University Owl throws him out. Talking about scheduling, Steve, we've added some telecasts here on Root Sports. Friday, September 14th at Wrigley Field, a 1:30 game. That one will now be seen on television. And Thursday, September 20th against the Brewers here. And Thursday, September 27th in New York against the Mets. All starts with the pregame show presented by Trip Total Media. So 3 more add-ons. You can watch the Pirates down the stretch.
What that all means is that it's September and it matters. That's the reason for that additional stuff.
Catcher Carlos Corporon, a switch hitter, takes inside for a ball. It's 1-0. After this ball game, Pirates have an off day tomorrow, and then the Cubs come in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you'll see the Cubs on the next road trip too.
You get like 26 after today, something like that.
26 remaining after this one. Yeah. This is game number 136. Pirates start at 71 and 64. And this is toward right field. Here comes Jones. He makes the sliding grab. Terrific play by Garrett Jones, and Kevin Correa hangs another 0. Number 2 here at PNC Park. Glad you're watching some baseball with us tonight, and you can subscribe to MLB.TV today to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere. The thing I like about it is in the off-season, too. When you're not sword fighting, you can watch games from the previous season. They're all archived on there and on demand. It's kind of a neat deal. Alex Presley will lead off.
You do a lot of sword fighting, do you, Tim, during the offseason?
Like, got to occupy your time somehow.
Well, that's true. That is true, you know.
Sometimes they use a foil, sometimes a whole scimitar, maybe a little saber.
Well, you got it all. You got the full complement of weaponry. Great way to represent the Bucks. Just get your hardware out there and hit the road.
Presley to the right side, and Wallace can't find it, and Presley's safe.
There it is. I tell you, this Astros defense, well, it gives you an idea why they're where they are. It's just been that tough a season, and when you can't catch the ball, you know, it's tough enough to hit the ball and pitch the ball, but you really need to be able to catch the ball. It's been a problem. The race goes to the 7-horse.
An error charged on Wallace. Presley 0 for 1, but he's on board, and now Correa can bunt him over. Oh, nice putt by Kelly. And Altuve covering. So the sacrificed one for the putout. And Presley at second base. This day in Pirates history brought to you by Day Automotive. Get ready for this. September 5th, 1969. His Highness Steve Blass collected 4 hits and held the Cubs to 4 hits in a 9-2 win. Billy Williams had all 4 Cubs hits, 2 solo home runs and 2 doubles. And what did you tell me if Billy happened to call in sick to work that day?
Yeah, if Williams is sick, I'm in Cooperstown. I mean, you know, what the heck? You know, and the guys last night, they each had 4 hits, but did they leave the yard? No.
You went 4 for 5 with a homer.
With a home run.
And it was your only career home run, right?
Yep, 1 in a row. Wind was blowing in hard. One of those just raw November days in Chicago.
In September.
On Maz's birthday, we had to be roommates during that time.
Presley goes down to third base.
And Maz and I celebrated his birthday thoroughly.
Well, he deserved it. So, about that home run. You said the wind was blowing in.
Yeah. Hard off the lake.
70 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Kenny
Holtzman was having a great year. I think
out.
Kenny Holtzman was 31 and 4 at the time.
Holt just missed an RBI with a foul ball.
A lot of fun. Great thing is when you hit the ball as a pitcher, you run down the first base line and the coach says take a left instead of peeling off to the right and going back.
Then you get to get into your Cadillac trot, you know, your jog.
Yeah, but you got no coach at second base. Sometimes just go straight out to left field, and I didn't want to be there because that's where Billy Williams lives.
Plus, you would have been out of the baseline.
That too.
Infield in, 1 out, 1-1 on Holt. Pitch way outside. 2 balls and a strike. Pirates a 2-0 lead. Brock Holt 0 for 1.
How about that, having a chance to room not only with Bob Friend as a rookie, but spend some time rooming with Bill Mazeroski, Hall of Famer. Good stuff.
3-1. Well, didn't you tell me that when you roomed with Bob, and then of course you met Maz and others, it was kind of like going to the University of Baseball?
It was indeed. They were my professors. And then I had to room with Dave Justy. Had the opportunity to room with Dave. We had a lot of fun together. Did good times.
So you're still kind of rooming with him, aren't
yeah,
you?
4 houses up the street.
You guys are neighbors. 3-2 to Brock Holt. Presley at third base and Fernando Abad ready to deliver. And Holt taps it to the right side. Presley coming to the plate. And safe at first. A base hit for Holt. An RBI, and the Pirates lead it 3-0.
And that time the Astros gave Holt another base hit. They're not going to get Presley. If you think about who's running the bases, you know you're not going to have a chance to get Presley. He's going on contact. You take the out. They didn't do it, and Brock just keeps it going. That's what happens when you're hot. They've got no chance there. Alex is going to score. They're not going to get him.
Altuve couldn't get there quickly enough. Holt runs pretty well. So Brock Holt is 1 for 2. He's got his second major league run batted in, and Clint Barnes a chance to continue what he started in the first inning with a base hit. Barmes also scored the first run of the game.
You know, we kind of semi-stopped that run by Presley halfway between third and home, and there might have been a chance for them to make a play, but you got to release the ball very quickly if you're going to take that shot.
First base and getting back easily is Holt. Brock Holt went to school in Houston at Rice. Followed the Astros while he was there. Pitches up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Talked to Brock for a while today in the clubhouse. And last night of the telecast, his girlfriend Lakin here. She's from Punxsutawney. So Texas kid's got a Punxsutawney girlfriend.
Yeah.
Told me all about the groundhog.
Phil. Mr. Phil. Punxsutawney Phil.
There goes Holt. He'll have to go back.
Pirates got their foot on the throttle. They want to do some big things early.
Andrew McCutchen on deck. And at the plate, Clint Barmes with a 2-ball 2-strike count. Holt off of first, and the stretch by the lefty Abad. Foul back. Barmes struggled around the 200 mark for much of the year. And in the second half after the All-Star break, slightly more consistent. He got his average up. In the dirt, Holt taken off for second base. Corcoran's throw not in time. Oh, no. His hand was in. Wally Bell calls him out. Wow, it looked like his left hand beat that throw easily. I'm sure we'll get a look at it.
Yep. The rookie's not going to argue no matter what. Almost like a hesitation steal.
Barmes looks at ball 4. Let's get another angle on this right here.
Close, but it did look like he had the left hand in.
AGH camp slowing it down. I agree. I think he got his hand in.
Well, had to do the hokey pokey and put the right hand in.
Well, that'll be the last one to get tagged.
Yeah, show him the left, take it back, come around with the right hand. Sometimes you can pull that kind of a maneuver.
Well, McCutchen walked and scored in the first inning. Andrew hasn't gone deep in a little while, since the 15th of August. It was against the Dodgers. So he's been sitting on 24 home runs for a bit. Two 2-0 to Kutch. Holt disappointed, no argument. Two 2-0 to McCutchen. Barmes off of first base and 2 down. 2-1 now. Big swing.
If Holt comes up arguing, Wally Bell will probably give him the look. He'll either say it or give him the look. Get some time in, kid, and then we'll talk. Now, whether that's right or wrong is up for discussion, but that's the way it works.
Wally's been around. He's a fixture down in our area in spring training, too. We see
Saunters over the ballpark and does the game.
Almost every game. There's a ground ball to short, and it does it as Barmes is forced at second base. A run comes in, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. 3-0 Pirates.
happening inside as well, with the Pirates leading 3-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. Good things happening down on the farm as well. The AAA Indianapolis Indians have advanced to the first round of the AAA playoffs in the International League, taking on the Columbus Clippers. Best 3 out of 5, and underway already. Losing early on in this game. Good news is Starling Marte singled and scored in his first time up. Amazing job Dean Traynor has done when you consider Locke, Wilson, McPherson, Rudy Owens traded, but those other 3 up with the Pirates. They were a big part of that rotation. Guys like Mercer, Marte's down there now, but Holt, Clement, Fryer, Presley, Talbot. I mean, a lot of guys that weren't on that team, and he still has guided him into the playoffs. And we wish him obviously the best of luck in that first round series against Charlotte.
Yeah, no question about it. And Dean, it's tough. I don't think people realize how difficult it is to manage a AAA club because of not only the roster juggling. You're there to help feed the major league club, but at the same time dealing with guys going up. You got to send guys down sometimes. It's really a gateway to the major leagues, but at the same time it can be a big challenge. And I think oftentimes too, Steve, the fans don't understand what a AAA manager might do with a certain player and a certain lineup because
he's told to.
The GM wants to see, or the scouting staff wants to see something with a certain player on certain nights.
Well, sometimes you cannot do the things you might like to do, but you have directives from above.
Jeff Locke and Jose Talbot spent considerable time in Indy this year.
And we have spent considerable time stocking talent in the minor leagues because it was a bankrupt minor leagues several years ago, and the Pirates put it back together, and it was painful at times, but they did it.
Barnes throws out Tyler Green. 1 gone. Well, I talked to Alex Presley when he was called back up while the team was in Milwaukee. He said, "You guys just keep winning in Indianapolis. What's it been like?" He said, "It's all about the pitching." He said, "We win every night." He said it was unbelievable the amount of winning that they were doing when he was there. He enjoyed it. Anybody enjoys winning.
If your pitching is strong, you look up every night in the 5th inning, you're at least even or not ahead. That's good for everybody. Everybody.
And I think too, when you look at that and what has been accomplished in terms of the pitching that they have at AAA, it's been a good holding tank. A number of those guys are up here right now, but now as you look ahead to next year, and right at Pedro for the out, Abad is out, lining up to the third baseman. Pedro Alvarez, 2 outs. And, you know, what about these competitions that are going to take place at different spots, either bullpen spots or for the rotation in spring training for the 2013 season?
You want that. You want that as much as you can get. That competitive 6 weeks down in Florida. You want it.
And this year, I think it's going to be a little bit longer in Florida, like it was in 2009.
The Classic.
World Baseball Classic this spring. Altuve to right center field.
Kevin.
Can of corn for Andrew McCutcheon, and for the second time in 3 innings, Kevin Correa sets the side down in order. 3-0 Pirates. half of the third inning at PNC Park. Join the Pirates this Sunday for Grandparents' Day, presented by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Get your picture taken with Pirates mascots and make your own Grandparents' Day card on Federal Street before the game. Plus, purchase discounted game tickets and more. For your tickets, go to pirates.com/grandparents. Of course,
Grandpa walk. They do anything for great grandparents?
I would imagine you'd fall in that same category.
All right.
Bob's got 2 granddaughters.
Right. Calling some of the grandkids right now.
Yep.
Interesting. He brings his car phone into the ballpark.
You mean you don't?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I think I left it in the car.
What's he got on his ears?
He's trying to be like Dave. Dave has those earmuffs on.
Yeah, I've never seen Bob do that. Dave Nichols down in usually down in the third base camera well. Is he down there tonight? He was wearing those last night. Meantime, Garrett Jones with an RBI single up for the second time to lead off the Pirate half of the third inning.
He's getting up there, 294. Do it, Garrett. Nice catch. Some glove work along with the base hit. And I'm supposed to put the hex on him right there.
Got caught looking at the breaking ball. 1 out.
Abad in his third inning of work. Oh, Eric. Garrett would like to have that one back. That was a breaking ball. It didn't do a lot of breaking. I'm looking for the heat.
Gabby Sanchez had an RBI base hit through the hole on the left side of the infield. His first at bat. Takes the ball outside. Gabby played collegiately at the University of Miami. Play with the Marlins until this year.
Abad throwing his 72nd or 58th pitch, I believe. 84 last time out. We'll get it right. 54th pitch coming, I believe. Multiple choice.
Popped up and playable for Wallace. 2 gone for the Bucks in the third. Sanchez flies out foul to Brent Wallace, the first baseman. And Gabby 1 for 2.
Told you that Abad came up with the Astros in 2010, made some appearances, pitched well last year. Work out of the bullpen didn't go as well, and this year even less so, as he's been back and forth between the minor leagues and the major leagues.
Shift is on for Alvarez. 3 infielders on the right. A lot of room on the left.
The lonesome man between second and third, Moore. The Pirates are not complete strangers to Abad. This is his 9th appearance overall. Of course, the first 8 out of the bullpen, so we've seen him. They have liked what they've seen.
Pedro down on 3 pitches. 1, 2, 3 go the Bucks. We're ahead of the 4th inning. Pirates up 3-0. 1 hit and an error for the Astros. And enhance your Pirates at-home experience on Root Sports Game Connect, an interactive second screen experience where you can find live game stats and interact with us and fellow Bucco fans watching the game. Game Connect, a better way to connect with the game than ever before. Now at rootsports.com. Definitely some required headgear. A lot of folks take part in the game talk section, also emailing the booth. You can email the broadcast through there if you have a question for Steve about his home run on September 5th. Just a couple of years ago in Chicago.
Parrot Head used to be all about Jimmy Buffett. Yeah. That's changed.
It has changed.
It's our bird. What a great job the bird does here at this ballpark.
Ball 1 strike to Paredes. Oh, where is the Parrot? Usually you can spot him. I know you keep an eye on him during the game.
Oh yeah. Yep.
He's still trying to shoot a hot dog into the booth.
Yeah, well, he's having a bad year.
Paredes hits this one down to the left field corner. It's going to curl away from Presley. An extra base hit for Jimmy Paredes, and he is in with a leadoff double in the 4th. His first double.
Nothing Alex Presley could do. Ball well hit and slicing dramatically away from him. No chance for Alex.
We had a long way to go, but anytime a left-handed hitter hits the ball that way, it's going to tail toward the line. The right-handed pitcher. 1-0 to Brett Wallace.
Pretty good work. You want that number to be as good as it possibly can. That just puts you in the driver's seat. When you throw strike 1. It's a good thing, very good thing. Now he's behind 2-0 after the leadoff double.
Kevin Correa got the side in order in the 1st and the 3rd. Faced 4 men in the 2nd, and now Paredes the leadoff double in the 4th. 3-0 ball game in favor of the Bucks. Correa missed again, 3-0.
I'll tell you, that top of the 3rd, I don't know, the minimal number of pitches. I know it was below 10. It felt like it was below 10. Very quickly done in the top of the 3rd. But now a little snag. 8 pitches to retire the Astros in inning number 3.
And 1 now as Wallace was taken. This Astros franchise is certainly in rebuilding mode in a lot more ways than one. To the count. They're rebuilding, obviously, personnel-wise. You know, the guy with the most tenure,
starting pitcher,
is the starting pitcher, Fernando Abad, and he's been up and down in AAA this year. He's got the most tenure on the 40-man roster. Tony DeFrancesco taking over. He was brought up from AAA, managing Oklahoma City, to take over for Brad Mills. It's a difficult job.
But he's delighted to be here, and he he was aware of the deal. You know, it's a tough year for the Astros in so many ways, but that's the uniform you want to wear. If you're in the Houston organization, you want to be here.
And Wallace has walked. 2 on and nobody out. Time to take a look at tonight's AT&T Mobility Trivia question. Andrew McCutchen had his 6th 4-hit game of the season last night. In the last 50 years, who holds the Pirates record for most 4-hit games in a season? Last 50 years. Now you had one. So I don't know if you're going to qualify, but
no,
you did have one.
I did have one.
That was your only 4-hit game, right?
It was. It was. It was.
I mean, I shouldn't have just assumed it, but
you were correct to assume it.
J.D. Martinez had a base hit in the second inning. He's 1 for 1. Pirates would love to turn 2 here. Nobody out. Well, you got any guesses?
I'm doing my math here first to see where we are. Last 50 years. This is how they trick me. I like the simpler questions.
But the ones that have math involved are.
Well, you know, we have
confusing.
our criteria. You know, color guys. Yeah, we have our criteria. I like single word, single player answers. So this is right in my bailiwick here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be able to come up with this shortly.
I'll make an assessment and get back to me.
Okay, I will.
We can just start throwing out names, and but I'll let you to go through the process of elimination.
1962.
Or would you start with Clemente?
Well,
Would he
he's
be on your
certainly
list?
under consideration. Willie Stargell would be under consideration. We're talking 4-hit games. I'll go with the captain.
Okay.
Awkward.
Martinez, yeah, that's the word for it. Awkward. And he strikes out.
But delightful for Kevin Correa. His first. Comes at a good time. Completely fooled, looking for something out of the way. And oh my goodness, inside. That's when you get fooled. That's a good hitter. That's one of the things I guess he didn't correct down in the minor leagues when they had him down there. That kind of swing, that kind of reaction to an inside pitch. Obviously looking for something else.
Bogusevic to center field. Here comes McCutchen. It's going to drop in front of him. Around third and scoring is Paredes, and the Astros on the board. It's 3-1.
Well, Paredes obviously felt that the ball was going to fall in quickly because he never hesitated. He took off. And that made the difference. He didn't wait to see if it might have been a miracle catch. That ball is hit. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Paredes is gone.
Paredes has the leadoff double payoff. Scott Moore standing in. Tying run is at first base, and he hits a blooper to shallow right center field. It's going to drop in. It's into no man's land. And just like that, the tying run's in scoring position, and the bases are loaded.
That had trouble written all over it when it left the back into short right center field. And usually those kind of balls, the operative word is center. Right center or left center. In between, if it's right at somebody, you got a chance to just charge full gear in and possibly get to it, but you got to come in and go sideways. It's a tough spot.
Well, switch hitting catcher Carlos Corporan will stand in for the first time this season with the bases loaded. This is just the 4th time in his career he's come to the plate with the bases full. He's 0 for 3.
Where's the ground ball? Where's the ground ball right now? Got the catcher up. They're usually good candidates.
Foul up in the air to the left side. Alvarez giving it a run, but that's going to make a chair back. Well, the bases are loaded. Wallace is at third base. Bogusevic, the runner, at second, and over at first, Scott Moore. Only one man out. Carlos Corporon 0 for 1, fly to right.
Pirates up by 2, but the hits are even now as the Astros making noise here in the fourth.
Strike 2.
Kevin has one strikeout. This would be a nice spot for another.
And 2 the count to Carlos Corporon. 3-1 Pirates. Now all of a sudden trying to hang on to the lead.
Close, just a little outside. As you said, the Pirates have a chance to make some hay tonight because the Cardinals and the Reds lost both 6-2. R.A. Dickey, Major League's first 18-game winner, beat the Cardinals in St. Louis 6-2.
R.A. making a Cy Young case.
Yeah, indeed.
Pirates get the Mets on the last road trip of the season. In New York. Washington tonight beating the Cubs 5-0 in the fourth. Best record in the big leagues, 83-52.
Good block. Good block by Rod.
Washington 7.5 up on Atlanta. Atlanta losing to the Rockies last night.
Looking for that strikeout. Get that big body over in front of where you think that bounce is going to be. Smother it. Kevin out in front 0-2. Now 2-2. Plot thickens.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch coming from Correa. Fourth run. Just chops it foul up the first base side. .53 pitches for Kevin, 32 strikes.
He came into this inning very efficient, but he was laboring here in the top of the fourth.
Two to Corporon. And a ground ball to first base. Sanchez will come to the plate. They'll get the force there. The return to first. Got him! A 3-2-3 inning-ending double play. Wow. Outstanding defensive work. A good throw by Sanchez as Corporon pulls this ball into the inning ender. Astros get a run. It's 3-1 Pirates. On Pirates. And how about this play at the end of the inning?
Yeah, this is one of the most unconventional double plays you're going to get because it involves 2 throws. There's the first throw, but the tough part is from the catcher back to first base because he's got to hold his ground at home plate. He really can't step out too much and create his angle. He can do a little bit of it. There's Rob, but you don't have much time, and he's got to make a throw inside the baseline. Fortunately, the Pirates were involved with the catcher running, and they pull off that 3-2-3. That's probably one of the most difficult and most unconventional double plays, but they get it done. 2 long throws, a little bit of footwork required by your catcher to return it back to first base. Good stuff.
And Barajas leads off, followed by Presley and Correa. Rod's 37th birthday. He is now the second oldest player on the Pirates. Hisunori Takahashi, the reliever recently picked up from the Angels, is the oldest at 37. He beat Rod to that age. Barajas fouls this one back.
Certainly did a nice job on that double play. Of course, you give Gabby Sanchez credit too, because that first throw has to be accurate. Not only accurate, but accurate plus, because you want it on the third base side of home plate so the catcher can step out a little bit and create a better angle rather than throwing in the middle of the back of that runner trying to get down the first baseline. Well done.
Barajas toward the gap. That gets down. Long single for Rod, and he's 1 for 2.
Now what you want here is Alex Presley to hit a triple. Chase Rod around the bases.
Might catch him.
We'll time all that.
Well, Alex has 4 of those this year. He also has an inside the park home run. Neil Walker wishing him a happy birthday. He should be back pretty soon. Said today he doesn't have a firm date, but he's getting closer to returning after the back issue. In fact, he hit in the cage, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and they pulled him back just a little bit. Things weren't quite right, so they slowed him down. He did take some ground balls today.
Right now, Mr. Holt is holding the fort quite nicely at second base.
0-2 to Alex Presley. Neil was on the field. He is our AGH injury update today. He stretched with everybody else and warmed up a little bit, played some catch. He took some ground balls during batting practice. Frank Kremlis is here, former AAA manager, now roves around a bit, and he was working with Neil, hitting him some ground balls earlier. See Travis Snyder next to him too. Clint Hurdle telling us today that Snyder is unavailable tonight, and perhaps for a few days. Travis told me his hamstring feels okay, but he wanted to be safe about it, especially this time of the year. Presley hits this one well to center field. Going back, and Bogusevic won't get it. Barajas is going to get waved around, and Alex Presley is going to be in with a triple, just as Steve Glass called. How about that? It's 4-1.
Well, sometimes you just need things. And once again, Rod Barajas surrendering at home plate, coming around third with a lot of steam left, but then the tank got a little low, but he made it. Nice to follow up that good defensive play with at least 1 run for your next opportunity. This ball had a lot of carry to it. Bogusevic going back and then realize he can't get to it, so he gets caught in between the wall and the ball. Here comes Rod.
Look out, look out.
There's the finish line. That's kind of one of those straight down slides when you don't have much left in the tank. And he will hear it from his teammates. Happy birthday to the beer truck. That's a term of infection, folks. Don't get nervous about that. we all call the guys that don't run particularly well. Runaway beer trucks.
They're like the amazing Prescott.
Yeah, let's go to the track.
Yeah, it's probably time to do that. What lottery numbers you playing this week?
Let's say that those things help senior citizens. Proceeds. There he goes.
He's off.
Leisurely, yeah, like a good thoroughbred, knowing when to turn it on. Turned it on, and now where's home plate? There it is.
Needs a parachute to slow down. I guess when you get to 37, it's not as easy to run around the bases.
No.
1-2 to Correa. Down to third, a foul ball. Scott Moore made a diving attempt for it, but it eluded his glove and eluded the young man's glove, but he'll still get the souvenir.
And you know how guys that to hit in the number 1 position, they'll step out and take some time if a pitcher has had to do some running or something. Well, I don't know if Kevin's going to return the favor here, but I don't think Rod would mind this happening being extended.
Kevin trying to help his own cause. Put another run on the board with Presley down at third.
I think I better keep my mouth shut, or Rod will call up here and want to challenge me to a race, and he will win that one, by the way.
Well, you got a year or two on him.
He's got a few steps on me.
Right-hander Mickey Story loosening up for Houston. And Correa broke his bat and fouled it off.
Giving Rod a lot of time to relax. And trying to help himself that run in.
I wonder if Neal's going to help Rod get him some water. No. He's going to make sure that Wandy and Jose are taken care of first. Giving him some high-quality H2O.
Yeah. Help the club when you're on the shelf.
1-2. Pop foul and out of play.
Extended at bat by Kevin Correa. And this is all adding up for Fernando Abad, 74. We told you he had 84 his last outing, and that was against Cincinnati. And he's scheduled to hit next inning, so this would be it for Fernando if he can get out of this. A happy birthday trip around the bases.
Kevin, tough at bat, and strikes out. Fans giving him a round of applause because he just fought tooth and nail.
Yeah.
10 pitches. Rod's recovered yet?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know, because nobody's near him because he's taken all the air out of the dugout just to get back to even.
Brock Holt up in the air to center field. Presley's going to tag. Ogasevic the catch. Here comes Alex, and he scores standing up. Brock Holt with a pair of RBIs. It's 5-1 Pirates. That's just a good piece of situational hitting.
Yep. Once again, he's putting himself very nicely, doing what needs to be done. Looks like a baseball player, doesn't he?
Saw a sign earlier. It said "Party like a Brock star."
Well, you know, it's so very early. We're not going to send him to Cooperstown yet, but what a nice start to a major league career for Brock Holt. As with everybody else, stay tuned. After you arrive and have early success, I hope it continues.
AT&T Mobility trivia question. Andrew McCutchen had his 6th 4-hit game of the season last night. In the last 50 years, who holds the Pirates record? Richie Hebner 7 4-hit games in the 1974 season.
Was it for one season? Oh, I thought it was total. Oh, my goodness. Another trick question.
Trick question. Steve, aren't you the one who authored the criteria of the trivia question?
Goodness.
I think Rock had some criteria too. Must be answerable.
So did Grandpa Walk.
Yeah. Must be answerable.
The hacker. Gee, hadn't
Richie he did some managing this summer.
Up near home, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's in Massachusetts. In the Futures Collegiate Baseball League, Wood Bat Summer League. And Barmes draws the walk.
He might be getting close to the end of the evening for Mr. Abad, but so far, well, the catcher's going out just in case they want to buy time. Richie Hebner last year when we had the big celebration, the anniversary, Richie told me that he had moved up from digging graves to driving the buggy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was wearing a shirt and tie. Different from the uniform he'd wear if he had the shovel in his hand.
Well, I guess that's good news then.
Yeah. Richie's always been a shirt and tie kind of guy.
I read about him in your book.
Yep.
5-1 Pirates, bottom of the 4th, and here is Andrew McCutchen. 2 men out, and Barmes at first. McCutchen spins out the way of an inside pitch, 1-0. Be nice to see him hit one out.
I'm trying to right there. There's some kind of bat speed through the hitting zone. You don't see a lot of half swings from Andrew when he's dramatically fooled. This pitch right there, off-speed pitch that batters will sometimes be way out in front. Swing looks awkward.
He's a hot seller.
Yes, he is.
Down toward third. And the force out of Barmes at second base ends the inning. 2 more runs in for the Pirates on a pair of hits, including an Alex Presley triple. 5-1 Bucks.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruise, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Brock Holt having himself another night with 2 runs batted in. He's 1 for 2 at the plate. But he has helped the Pirates to a 5-1 lead, getting the uniform dirty.
And they will be getting into the Astro bullpen.
A beautiful shot, huh?
It is.
Just never gets old. Tyler Green fouls this one off down the right side toward the Allegheny. Alex Presley with a triple, his 5th triple of the season. He had come in to score on the sacrifice fly by Holt. It's up high for a ball, 1-1. .228 on the year for Green, the former Cardinal. This one is up in the air and playable for Garrett Jones near the line. And foul ground. Jones makes the catch to retire Green. One man is out for the Astros in the top half of the 5th inning. And a pinch hitter for Fernando Abad. It'll be outfielder Jordan Schaefer.
So Abad goes 4 innings, giving him 5 runs, 4 of which were earned on 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Pirates lead by 4.
And Abad on the hook. Mid-game, this is what you'll often see in a team's bullpen. This guy's loosening up a little bit. They've been sitting around for 4+ innings. Time to stretch them out. Schaefer, a 1 hopper down to Sanchez, takes care of that. 2 men out. The Bucks will take on the Chicago Cubs this Friday in a divisional matchup here at PNC Park starting at 7:05, and it's a free shirt Friday. All fans receive a Pirates t-shirt courtesy of PNC Bank. Come early for a block party on Federal Street before the game and enjoy local live music and food. For tickets, visit pirates.com/free shirt Friday. Jeff Karstens is modeling. Tonight would have been the night Karstens would have started. He had that hip flexor injury, so skipping a start tonight. And he'll have at least this start skipped, and then it will be evaluated again after tonight to see if he'll miss another start.
So far, so good for his replacement. Kevin Correa 1 out away from going the front 5, giving up just 1 run. Still needs that 3rd out.
.1-0 to Jose Altuve. Altuve fouls it back. He's got the distinction of being one of the top hitters against the Central Division. Mickey Story throwing again for the Astros. Top 3 hitters against Central Division opponents. Now Andrew McCutchen leading the way, hitting .351. Yadier Molina next at .338. And Altuve .335. High bouncer charging his Barmes. Leaping throw. He's got him. 1, 2, 3 for Kevin Correa as he retires the Astros for the 3rd time tonight in order. Into the bottom half of the 5th inning. You see the Buccos on the diamond now get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at them off the field. And an all-new Inside Pirates Baseball. See our Buck Money moments, Pirate Tales, AGH plays of the week, and much more. Inside Pirates Baseball, Saturday, 10:30 on Root Sports. Mickey Story takes over for left-hander Fernando Abad.
And we saw him Monday night. He did a good job an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. He comes on here to work in the bottom of the 5th, and he'll face Garrett Jones.
Garrett Jones start things off here in the 5th for the Pirates. He's got an 8-game hitting streak now after reaching on an RBI single in the 1st inning. He will take ball 1.
And like many of the names we're hearing from the Houston Astros, Mickey Story spent a good bit of the season in Oklahoma City, AAA affiliate of Houston. Tell you one thing, it doesn't take long for them to get from AAA to the major leagues when they get the call.
All right. Yeah, nobody takes any time. They want to get in the car or get to the airport or get to wherever they have to be. And where the Astros have to be is in that shift against Jones, leaving the left side wide open. A couple of years ago, 2010 season, Arizona Diamondbacks pulled off a shift just like this on Jones, and he took his bunt base hit, and they didn't do it to him again. DeFrancesco playing the percentages defensively for Jones. 3-1. Jones hitting .413 against the Astros this season. He has 4 home runs against Houston, and including tonight has 13 runs batted in. When you see the Astros next year, wherever you see them, they'll be an American League West club. 3-2.
That just sounds funny.
I mean, they're going to have to do something in terms of trying to, perhaps, you think, get a free agent bat to be the DH. They're going to have to go that route now. Payoff pitch. And Jones to the right side, right at Altuve. So they had him positioned correctly, and Jones is out. He's 1 for 3.
Well, if you think that's kind of an interesting thing for an alignment, American League West, think back to the days when the Atlanta Braves were in the National League West, or the Cincinnati Reds were in the National League West, Cincinnati, Ohio.
How about that travel? But
how about that nonsense of geographically looking at a map of the United States, Ohio in the West Division?
It affects 2 divisions. The American League West will go from 4 to 5 teams. And
finally,
and this one, the National League Central, will drop from 6 teams to 5. Everybody will have 5. And then interleague play will be scattered throughout the schedule. They have to do it that way. Sanchez, he's got himself another base hit. Gabby Sanchez 2 for 3. I mean, it is possible you could play an interleague series in April, another one in May, maybe another one in August. So the shortstop Green just couldn't corral it. Right underneath his glove.
Some of the plays that they could have made might still be base hits, but they're not stopping the ball. And, among other things, that is an ongoing problem. They've been diving for balls, and the ball's getting off the glove. And maybe they just get the glove around the baseball. Still might not get the out, but it looked cleaner.
0-2 to Pedro. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches in the 3rd. And prior to that, in the 1st inning, he grounded to Altuve at second base. Sanchez at first, 1 out. 0-2 to Pedro. He takes ball 1.
It might be the day of 6-2 ball games. The White Sox beat Minnesota 6-2. Cardinals get beat by the Mets 6-2. The Reds get beat by Philadelphia 6-2.
Pedro to left field, and ball's going to be caught by J.D. Martinez. Back to first goes Sanchez. And 2 men are out. Now, last night, prior to the game, and then early in the game, Bob predicted the score of 6-3, and it finished up 6-2 last night. Remember?
Yeah, but you know, predicting triples is a lot tougher than final scores.
Yeah, I would think so. Anybody can predict the score.
The thing is, if you make a lot of predictions, every once in a while something's going to happen. You just got to deal with volume. Plus the anticipation of entertainment. Let's see Presley hit a triple so he can watch Rod run around the bases. And you made the remark he might catch him.
He might.
And there's a possibility.
He didn't, fortunately.
No, he didn't.
Rod foul tips this one into the glove of Carlos Corporon. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a way to have an easier trip around all the base paths. It's just hit it over the fence. Rod's certainly capable of that. He wanted to there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Barajas.
I kind of like the way Pirates batting coach Greg Ritchie puts it. He said hitters don't hit home runs, pitchers throw them. It's an interesting concept.
Well, what's his rationale behind that philosophy?
Well, they make mistakes, and that's why they get hit over the fence.
Sanchez takes off, and Barajas hits it down to third, backhanded by Moore. He'll throw him out. That takes care of the Pirates in the 5th. No runs, a hit, and a man left. 5-1 Buccos.
Game break. Colorado at Atlanta. Picked this game up in the top of the 5th. 2 out. Mike Minor facing Matt McBride. Gets him to fly out to right field. And with that, Minor is through 5 no-hit innings. Colorado leading the Braves right now 1-0. This game is in the 5th. Guys.
All right. Well, need the Rockies to break up that no-hitter, get some runs against Atlanta. Atlanta currently sitting in that top spot. 1.5 games in front of Los Angeles to start the day. 2 games in front of the Bucks. Actually, St. Louis is, but still, when Atlanta loses, that's good. It brings the Pirates a little closer if they can win. Jimmy Paredes, the right fielder, will lead off here.
And so far, so good for Kevin Correa. 5 innings, 1 run given up on 4 hits.
Pitches in for a strike. Nothing in 1-2 Paredes, who tonight is 1 for 2. He had that double to lead off the 4th inning. Came around to score. Watson and Hughes getting ready in the Pirates pen.
Still pretty efficient work for Kevin. Pitch count is good.
Up in the air to right center. Back goes Jones. He'll make the catch. And Paredes is gone. He's 1 for 3.
And Correa is still in the 60s, and he's working in the 6th inning. That's the 64th pitch he's delivered. He's worked very well in the odd innings. 1st, 3rd, 5th, 3 up, 3 down.
Kevin Correa, 31 years of age, from San Diego. Former Giant, former Padre. And the Pirates' 3rd major league club. 2011, he was the opening day starter. Here's the 1-0 to Wallace. Holt decided to play the hop.
That's the way. Give a little ground, get a better hop. You don't want to get caught in between there. He does the right thing. Makes it look easy. Nice work by Craig. Gets in on the hands of Wallace. And a chance for another comfortable half inning. Kevin Correa hoping to pick up win number 10. Looking good right now, by the way.
Popped up right side by Martinez. Foul ground for Sanchez. And a quick inning. Another 1-2-3 inning. And Kevin Correa doing a little bit of cruising. Only took 5 pitches to get through it. PNC Park, 7:05 first pitch. After the game, Zambelli fireworks light up the Pittsburgh skyline thanks to Yuengling Oktoberfest. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday, where all fans receive a scratch card good for prizes from Eaton Park. For tickets, visit pirates.com. Well, let's go, Bucks. 5-1, 5 runs on 7 hits. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the fourth for the Pirates. Just a solo run in the 4th inning for Houston. Kevin Correa. Yeah, he's going to get that batting helmet ready to go.
Good. After a 5-pitch inning, you would hope he'd get a chance for the 7th inning.
Yeah. He's earned it.
But he's not going to. On deck circle? What? maybe if Presley gets on, they'll bunt him over, use him to bunt, although not a lot of personnel. Stay tuned.
And the ball goes one way and the glove goes the other. Carlos Corporon.
You see this very often.
This is a wild passed ball. Oh, hello.
I'll tell you, the way they wear their gloves now, sometimes it's almost like a first baseman's feel to it.
Presley's got another base hit. Alex Presley has reached base 3 times, once via the error, then the triple in the 4th that Steve predicted. And now he's 2 for 3. And Jeff Clement will hit for Kevin Correa. Jeff Clement still looking for his first hit since his recall. He was brought up and then sent down to Bradenton. You say, well, this guy's been in AAA all year. Why would he go all the way down to single A? Well, it had to do with the fact that if you send the guy down to a team where the season's going to end in less time than the requisite 10 days you would have to wait before being called up, then you do that. So because Indianapolis' season is extended, if they send him to Indy, Jeff would have had to wait 10 days before coming back to the major leagues. But when they sent him down to Bradenton, their season was over in 3 days. So he was able to come up and join the club again on this Monday afternoon after just sitting out about 3.5 days.
Well, Kevin Correa goes 6 innings, gives up a run and 4 hits, a walk, a strikeout, and in 6 innings throws 67 pitches, and he's gone. The times they are changing. The times they've changed.
Two balls, 1 strike to Jeff Clement. Clement, former first-round pick by the Seattle Mariners, a converted catcher. Injuries got him. And think about where he was with the Pirates. The Pirates converted him to first base. Actually, he was an opening day starter. 2 seasons ago, 2010, he was the opening day starter at first base, Clement was. Here comes the 2-1.
I wonder what Kevin Correa is talking to James McDonald about. I would love to be a fly on that railing and listen to that conversation.
Could be anything.
Oh, I know what it's about.
It's either pitching.
I'm not going to say it.
It's either pitching or fishing.
Kevin did a great job tonight. Piggybacking Wandy Rodriguez's terrific work last night. Wandy went 7. Kevin goes 6. Pirates with a chance to take 2 out of 3, but still work to be done.
There goes Presley, and Clement rips this one just foul. Wow. Hit that one very hard past Wallace, the first baseman, but pulled it too much.
You love to see Clement run into one because he has that kind of power. This ball is a BB that pulled foul.
There goes the runner again. The 3-2 is ball 4. Clement draws the walk. 2 men on and nobody out. Pirates with traffic on the bases again. Pirates went down in order in 1 inning tonight. That was the 3rd. Other than that, they have had men on.
And again, the similar situation to last night when they had a 4-0 lead. It looked good because Wandy was pitching so well, but you'd like to get a little breathing room here. 4-run lead can disappear in a minute. Let's add on and see what the Pirates can do about that very subject here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Up by 4, wanting more.
Brock Holt.
So far tonight, they have not been able to halt Holt. 1 for 2. A couple of RBIs.
And bunts. Moore throws him out. He gets 2 men over. This is his girlfriend Lakin from Punxsutawney. So Holt gets the job done, moving 2 men over. So down to third, and Clement at second base. Sacrifice bunt.
Kind of a late turn. I wonder if he had base hit on his mind.
The infield comes in, and Tony DeFrancesco wants to talk to Jerry Meals for a second. I think they're going to
see if everybody's healthy. Moore making that play.
Lucero, the trainer, taking a peek at him right now. Well, he's going to come out of the game. Not really sure why. But Scott Moore does not appear to be in any kind of pain, but there's probably something that he's had ongoing. And he's going to end up coming out. And Brandon Laird, former Yankee farmhand, is going to come out and play third base now.
In the lineup last night.
And right to the clubhouse goes Moore. Tough throw across the body this way. Made a good throw. AGH cam slows it down for you.
That's a leg problem. Hamstring. Some kind of pull.
So Laird comes in. Pirates batting in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 5-1 lead, 8 hits for the Bucks, and a pitching change as well. So the pitching change kind of disguised in this injury timeout. Hector Ambriz comes in. Ambriz takes over for Mickey Story, the third pitcher used tonight by the Astros. Clement draws the walk, and Alex Presley the base hit. Sacrifice bunt by Holt. Check out the numbers for Hector.
Yeah, also at Oklahoma City, but with the Cleveland organization. Story goes an inning and a third.
We'll take a look in the minor leagues tonight. One of the prized arms in the Pirates system, Luis Heredia, the teenager, against Mahoning Valley tonight for State College. New York Penn League, 5 innings, 2 hits, shutout ball. He struck out 5, so that's very, very solid. Luis Heredia, big kid, saw him in spring training this year over at Pirate City. He's got some strength.
Yeah, he is a big young man.
Powerful fastball. Well, I want to give a shout out to 12-year-old Ethan. Ethan's a big Pirate fan and a season ticket holder. And he is recuperating from surgery earlier today at Children's Hospital. And when he heard Steve Blass's name earlier on Root Sports, he perked up. Ethan is hoping to be well enough to get to this Sunday's game against the Cubs. He wants the Neil Walker mini fathead, and watching his Bucks bring home another win. I say he's better than the medicine he's getting, so that's good.
Indeed.
Get well, Ethan.
While we're on the subject, get well wish to Phyllis Tomko, some knee surgery. good friend out in the South Hills, and she's going to be off the DL soon. Back in the starting lineup. Let's hope you're doing well. I know her husband Andy is.
Okay. 1 out and 2 on in the pitch. A squeeze. Barmes gets it down, run scores. Nice job by Barmes. And Clement had a thought he was coming down the line too. It's now 6-1. As the Pirates score on the squeeze.
Nothing wrong with having that speed of Alex Presley at third base. He created a scenario early in the ball game where they hesitated at first base, the infield drawing in, and he was able to get across home plate. He does it again. There is, if it's done properly, it's very hard to stop the runner in motion. The catcher's got to vacate his position. Nobody else going to get to the ball in time to do much of anything. There goes Alex, and that's perfectly drawn up, perfectly executed.
Presley scoring for the 3rd time tonight. McCutchen an RBI chance. 6-1 Pirates in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 men out. Clement the runner at third base, and McCutchen at the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And you've got to figure it's going to be just a matter of time before Kutch gets a hit tonight, the way he's been going. Barmes laying down the successful sacrifice bunt. Squeeze play.
With a little frosting on it.
Yes.
Sacrifice with an RBI. So it makes the frosting on the cake.
Kind of like what Clement was doing. He took a huge turnaround third. They weren't paying any attention to him. Strike call. And the count is even to Andrew McCutchen, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Presley's had himself a pretty good game on Rod Baraja's birthday night.
Late addition to the lineup. Top of the scratched.
2-2 pitch. Fouled into the glove of Corcoran. He strikes out. Pirates end up with a run on 1 hit, and they'll leave a man. We'll go to the 7th at PNC Park. 6-1 Pirates. As we head to the 7th inning, we want you to be part of tonight's Pirates post-game show. Text your comments on the Pirates to 412-412, and then tune into the post-game show right after the game. It's your turn to tell us how you root for the Buccos. A lot of black and gold.
Having a good time tonight.
Yeah, lots of fun. Fun night on a school night. Wednesday night at the ballpark. Jared Hughes takes over for Kevin Correa.
Numbers for the big, tall right-hander. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
He's going out as Mr. Hyde right now, facing Brian Bogusevic. Delivers strike one.
The most pleasant young man you'd ever find in a Pirate clubhouse before a game, but I wouldn't get too near him right now. He has his game face on, and it's all business for Jared. That's conveyed in the best possible way. He's out there to do his thing.
Jared Hughes out of Long Beach State, Southern California. Grew up not too far from Dodger Stadium. Last year, to make his debut there. Shot foul. Kind of stays 1-2. Brian Bogusevic.
Doesn't get any easier for the Astros. They move on to Cincinnati. Pirates will follow them in after they
Yep, Cincinnati have been tough. They really got it going this year. Bogusevic is down on stride. Let's check in with Rob King.
Yeah, guys, another Allegheny Sports Medicine game break. Told you about Mike Minor had the no-hitter, carried it through the 6th, into the 7th. Jordan Pacheco breaks it up with a single to left field. He then stole second, a walk, runners on first and second, and 2 outs in that frame. So Colorado not only trying to spoil the no-hitter, but maybe come back and win this game as well. Guys?
Pirates rooting for the Rockies tonight.
Indeed.
Scoreboard watching is fun, isn't it?
Yep.
Especially when one of your teams is in it.
Rooting for the Rockies and rooting for Jared Hughes.
One out for Brandon Laird, and the 0-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Laird was with the Yankees AAA team in Scranton, Wilkesboro, and had some time in the big leagues last year. 11 games with the Yankees. This year, no time in the majors until he came to Houston. Made his debut with the Astros yesterday at third base. 1-2 to Brandon Laird. Struck him out.
1-3.
So 2 strikeouts for Hughes.
Breaking ball. Down and away, far enough down, far enough away for both the strike zone and the bat.
Top of the 7th, 2 men out. Carlos Corporon. Corporon hit into a double play that ended the 4th inning. That was a nifty one started by Gabby Sanchez and finished by Gabby Sanchez with Rod Barajas in the middle. Bases were loaded with 1 out at that point.
Yeah, they're making noise.
Ball and 1 strike to Corporon. Pirates put up 2 in the 1st, a single run in the 2nd, 2 more in the 4th, and another in the 6th. And Corporon hits this one well deep to right center field. Back to the track is Jones. He lives. He won't get it. And into second base with a 2-out double is Corporon. He's got his 2nd double of the season. Jones gave it a try, but couldn't get it done.
Not for lack of effort.
AGH cam gives us a real good look here. Just over his glove. Shortstop Tyler Green at the plate. Strike one to him. Well, Hughes hopes to come back and get Green here and make that double meaningless.
Big man on the mound, throws at 92 miles an hour with a lot of sink on it. That's a tough package to handle. That much speed downstairs and still moving. A high angle.
To center field, going back a few steps, McCutcheon. He puts it away. No runs, a hit man left. 7th inning stretch at PNC Park, 6-1 Pirates. 7th inning stretch is presented by the new face of Northwood Realty Services.
Follow the bouncing. Take me out to the ball game.
AGH cam giving us some great shots tonight. Little dancing. That's the Bryce Harper quote. Bryce Harper, the Nationals, early on in his tenure as a major leaguer.
Yeah, 19 years old.
Didn't like a question from a reporter. He said, "That's a clown question, bro." And that's been a big, big T-shirt in the Washington, D.C. area. Big seller. Apparently it's working in black and gold now too. Here's Xavier Cedeno. He takes over for Hector Ambrose.
And the reporter can't reply to him. Get some time in, kid. Not allowed to do that. Bite your tongue. It's a clown question.
When you were playing and you didn't like the question, you called all the reporters bro, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. What does bro mean anyway? I don't even know what bro.
It's short for brother.
Why not say brother? You know, was it time factory? Press for time?
Just trying to speed everything up today.
Yes, sir, Mr. Reporter. Let me give that question some thought and give you a good quote here.
Well, the woos are back, Steve, from last night.
What's a woo?
The woo, the fans.
Is that like a bro?
It's sort of like a bro, but it's a woo.
How about a brew? How about combining it? Brew, that works.
Yeah. Just kind of started last night out of the blue, and people continue to do it. And it's pretty humorous. And
I think it's hilarious.
It's catching on.
It really is hilarious.
You know, what Bob said on TV last night was, you know, with the win, he said if it starts a big streak for the Pirates, they're going to trace it back to the Tuesday night of the Woo.
Okay, bro. I think I'd rather hear the pig going down the zip line.
Whee! Three and two to Garrett Jones. And he walked in, so Jones aboard. The leadoff man is on base for Gabby Sanchez. Sanchez with a couple of hits tonight and an RBI. He's 2 for 3.
You know, Woo is just like the wave. Some people like it, some people don't. It's all right. You're having fun at the ballpark.
The thing I like about it is you don't have to get out of your seat to do the Woo. You just kind of do the Woo. So Sanchez at the plate. 1-0.
Woo!
There you go. Steve's getting into the spirit of the thing.
Woo.
Was that one short for the long version?
Well, we only got a man on first. It'll get better.
It was like bro to what brother is?
Yeah, that's a short woo.
2-0. James McDonald. Lead off tonight. He will pitch on Saturday against Samardzija. And Gabby Sanchez with a 3-hit night. First and second, nobody out. Xavier Cedeno gets hit by Sanchez, and now it's Pedro Alvarez's turn next.
Do you get a feeling that one of these Pirate hitters are going to run into something here? We've done pretty much everything but hit the ball over the fence. Right. We had a double, and we've had a triple. No doubles.
Pirates have not hit a home run in this series. And the pitch to Pedro. And he hits it well, but not far enough. Martinez will grab it. And there's one out. Here comes Rod Barajas. Rod had a base hit and scored a run in the 4th inning. Alex Presley chased him around the bases when he hit a triple. Here is Rod. Facing Xavier Cedeno, the left-hander. Garrett Jones at second base and Gabby Sanchez at first. Pitch missed. Ball 1 to Barajas. Still 1-0 Atlanta. They've gone to the bottom of the 7th. Rockies couldn't get a run across in the top half of the 7th. Still just a 1-run ball game late at Turner Field. We've talked about it a few times, Steve, as both bullpens active. But the way the schedule works out, the last homestand of the year for the Pirates has Cincinnati in for 3 and then the Braves in for 3. And if the Pirates are within striking distance at that time, and keep in mind 26 games remaining, that's a lot of time. That series could be pretty big.
And you don't know what the Reds, if the Reds continue to do what they've been doing, and that's playing very good baseball and winning a lot of games. You wonder what that series might mean to them. Are they trying to configure a rotation to get ready for playoff times? And so that could be an X factor in terms of what the Pirates might have to face from a Reds pitching staff. So, wait to see on that one.
Count to Barajas is now 3-1. They've got such a lead that they should have it wrapped up by then if they continue the way they're going. At least talking about the division.
That homestand could mean everything. Could mean not too much, could mean a lot. I hope it means a lot.
Popped up to right field. Paredes will get under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. There's Alex Presley. He's had a good night. 2 for 3, reached on an error, scored 3 times, single triple. His triple was to dead center field. It beat Bogusevic. Went off the wall.
Actually, Rod Barajas, he really had to hold up near second base because Bogusevic almost caught the ball, and then he was able to, quote unquote, turn it on.
Strike 1 to Alex Presley.
It wasn't like Rod was able to go full throttle from first to home. Had to make sure the ball wasn't caught.
Jason Grilli was the Pirate you saw warming up in the pen a while ago. Ooh, there's a good pitch there by Cedeno to Presley, 0-2. Eric Fryer is on deck. Eric, backup catcher. We actually saw Fryer in a game in left field during the first time he was called up. With a Jason Grilli shirt. At the shortstop green, and that takes care of the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th. On to the 8th. 6-1, and Jason Grilli's shirt getting ready to pitch. Some of the best high school football matchups, all in high definition, starting tomorrow when Montour takes on Central Valley. Don't miss the live kickoff at 7, and be here Thursday nights this fall for another season of McDonald's high school football on Root Sports. After the Montour Central Valley game, Baldwin and Penn Hills, Clarendon and Monessen, Seneca Valley and Central Catholic wraps up September. Franklin Regional and Knock on October 4th. Beaver Falls and Aliquippa on the 18th. Greensburg, Central Catholic, and Jeanette will wrap up the regular season. Of course, the Pittsburgh kid played for Pine Richland. His Rams won this week. They won their opener. Beat Fox Chapel.
St. Clair took care of Woodland Hills.
Tough game, too. Woodland Hills good. Jason Castro hitting. Castro takes a strike on the corner. Castro batting the 9 spot to pinch hit. And the 0-1 coming. That's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Grilly's still throwing out there.
Going to stretch Jared Hughes out a bit.
One and 1 to the catcher Castro in pinch hitting. He delivers low again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Washington right now blanking the Cubs 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Adam LaRoche has hit his 28th home run for the Nationals. And what a story the Nationals have been this year. The way that they have just continued to consistently win. Castro pinch hit base hit.
What would you say the biggest stories at the major league level? Cincinnati, Washington, and Baltimore?
I would say so. And Baltimore losing right now in the 8th inning to Toronto. 6-2.
But the Yankees aren't winning. They're tied.
They are tied with Tampa Bay 4-4 in the 7th. So they were tied in the standings to start the game today. And I didn't get a chance to, but I would have loved to have checked out the tabloids in New York today to see what they're saying on the sports pages. As the Yankees have lost a fairly sizable lead in the division.
Another story there with Oakland.
Hughes to Barmes for 1. Back to first. That's a double play. That erases the hit from Castro. Altuve in the twin kill.
All you need here is a decent feed to the shortstop. Right there, chest high, perfect.
Top of the 8th, 2 men down. Jimmy Paredes up. He's 1 for 3 with a double, and he has scored the lone Houston run. Pirates put 6 runs on the Astros last night. They've got 6 runs on them tonight. Ball to short. Backhand stab. Throw. Got it. Nice play. Terrific play by Clint Barnes. Double play. Helps out Jared Hughes. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. inning. Our Nissan road ahead looks like this. Travis Wood for the Cubs will pitch Friday against A.J. Burnett. Jeff Samardzija against James McDonald on Saturday. And Chris Rusin and Jeff Locke Sunday afternoon, and that'll wrap up the homestand. Wilton Lopez takes over now for the Astros.
Good numbers out of the bullpen. It's been a struggling bullpen, but Lopez has been doing a good job. 2.52 ERA, won 6 games, a winning record for a team that has struggled to get wins.
Eric Fryer to hit. Fryer fouls it back quickly in the hole 0-2.
Fifth pitcher of the evening for the Houston Astros. Abad, Story, Ambrose, Cedeno in a scoreless inning, hit and walk, and Wilton Lopez.
And that's upstairs, 1-2. Stays alive. Eric spent some time up here last year. Pirates used 8 catchers, one off a franchise record of 9. There were so many injuries last year. And Fryer ended up spending a bunch of time in the big leagues. Spent most of his time in AAA this year, however. His second time with the big league club. And he strikes out, so Lopez gets him. And there is one out for the Pirates in the 8th. You mentioned the Astros will go take on Cincinnati after this series. Pirates will meet up with them in late September in Houston for the final time as National League foes. Here's Brock Holt. 1 for 2, but it doesn't count all the other things he's done.
Fundamental baseball. A couple sacrifices, a fly ball, and then a bunt.
To see how this guy's work clothes got a little dirty tonight. That's when you know you played in a game. Toward the left, and that's going to go into the seats foul. Scott Moore, for the third baseman who left for the Houston Astros. The word from the Astros clubhouse is a left groin strain. Holt takes inside, and it's 1-2. So Brandon Laird had to go in for him. And that's where Laird is right now at third. And the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pirates are going to need some help a little later on from San Diego. San Diego's in Los Angeles tonight. Los Angeles started the day a full game ahead of the Pirates. Out of that second wild card spot. So if Pirates hang on and win here and the Dodgers would lose, they would be even. And this guy's in the wrong ballpark. Maybe we like him here and everything, but see, the Pirates would end up tying Los Angeles and then would be a game out.
Aaron Harang going for the Dodgers, scheduled to start tonight. Richard 12-12 for the Padres. Dozen wins under his belt.
Had a chance to visit with Brock today for the pregame radio show. Talked about last night's effort. He's a good kid. He really is excited. And you can tell, just talking about taking pictures with his family. It's fun when you see a guy make his big league debut and do well and contribute. We'll chop her down to short. Green guns down Brock Holt. So 2 men out for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th inning.
What's going around the Major League scene?
Well, in case you missed it, Chad Billingsley for the Dodgers is done for the season. That's bad news for the Dodgers. 60-day disabled list. Alex Rios of the White Sox, 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in today. He drove all of them in the 6-2 win. And Bryce Harper, 2 solo home runs. Second time, I think, this month, or at least in a month span, where he's had a multi-home run game.
Good day for Bro.
There'll be no clown questions after the game to him. Now, how could you not hear that at home? Steve paying his neighbors again to stand below the booth.
Great to have the nephews here.
Yep.
Those are not my bros. They're
not
knowledgeable fans, obviously.
Oh-2 pitch to Barmes. And he struck him out. It's on to the 9th inning. Pirates with a 5-run lead. We should see Jason Grilli now.
By Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Finish has been the word that Clint Hurdle has used since spring training. Finish an at-bat, finish an inning, finish a game, finish the season, and that's what his Pirates hope to do, is put together a run here in September with 26 games remaining after tonight, and still a very good postseason opportunity. Meaningful games in September. That's what all Major League players want to get involved in.
Finish all the way to the finish line. That's why they call it the finish line.
Jason Grilli gets the opportunity to finish up tonight. A 5-run lead he's looking to protect. He'll face Brett Wallace, the number 3 hitter and first baseman, to start off.
I'll tell you what, if the Pirates continue to average 6 runs a game like they have last 2 nights, they can do some damage.
And the pitch inside. And it's ball 1. A stretch in the 1-0. Wallace fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a day off tomorrow, Steve. You got any big plans?
Yep. I'm going to go out and play a little golf.
Wow, I've never heard of such a thing.
Shocker.
I'm really surprised.
Shocker. Yeah.
The first time?
Yeah, first time to shoot.
It'll be your first time on a Thursday in September.
At that particular time.
1-1 is hit foul and out of play. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Brett Wallace, who does not have a hit in this ball game. He's walked once and is 0 for 2 otherwise.
A couple of nice scoreless innings for Jared Hughes. A couple of hits, no walks, a couple of strikeouts coming out of the bullpen. Doing a nice job. Piggybacking the job that Kevin Correa did as the starter. 6 innings, 1 run. That's why we're at a 6-1 Pirate lead. Here in the 9th inning.
And a base hit up the middle. Leadoff single for Wallace in the 9th.
Out of the reach. You see, Jason, why didn't I get that?
Steve, your nephews are back.
Yep. They must know that this is the anniversary of that 4-hit game.
They do. Yep, September 5th. What year was that again?
1969.
69.
Just seems like just yesterday.
Steve went 4 for 5 against the Cubs at his only career home run. Gave up 4 hits. And the same guy got all 4, Billy Williams. But yeah, Steve, I mean, they love you. I mean, why don't you just stand up and acknowledge your people down there?
That will continue the program. I'm not going to encourage this sort of thing at the ballpark. Let's encourage him to get these 3 outs. Thank you, fellas. There'll be a little something extra in your envelope. Now they're trying on Bob. Yeah, how fickle these people are.
Garrett Jones under it, and he records the first down of the 9th. And now Steve's encouraging him. He's standing up.
I'm pointing to Walkie. Well, just as long as they love somebody. I mean, that's important.
So Brian Bogusevic will come up with 1 out in the 9th, 1 on. Pirates looking for their 72nd win. They're 42nd at home. That would guarantee them a winning record at home for just the 2nd time in the PNC Park era. Last time was in 2006 with 43 wins. No strikes. That's the count to Brian Bogusevic.
14,159. Hope you'll come out and watch the Pirates take on the Cubs over the weekend before they head back out on the road. The home games are counting down. Come on out here this weekend.
Yeah, your last chance to see the Cubs in 2012. Pirates usually play well against the Cubs. Steve, they're serenading you with some Steve Miller Band. It's amazing what these guys are doing down there. There's the 1-1.
Everybody looking for those last 2 outs.
Jay Burnett will go Friday night against the Cubs. Bogusevic fouls another one off. That's strike 2, 2-2.
Kevin Correa in line to win his 10th. As we said earlier in the ball game, this would be 4 straight years, double-figure wins for Kevin Correa. 2 outs away from having that happen.
And the 2-2 coming from Grilly to Bogusevic. The runner Wallace on first base. And he struck him out looking. Jason Grilli rings up another K. His 77th strikeout of the season.
Great ratio. Strikeouts to innings for Jason Grilli continues. And now folks are revved up looking for out number 27. An out that would gain some ground for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It has been a grind recently. Every win precious. And when this one comes down, hopefully it will.
Well, Laird hits it very, very deep, and McCutchen watches this one go into the bullpen for a home run. Laird hits it out. It's now 6-3.
Well, a lot of carry that ball had. I thought it was going to be a warning track out for the final out. That doesn't happen. The Astros get on the board for the first time since their one tally in the fourth.
First pitch home run for Laird. That's his first home run. And Ray Searage will come out and visit with Jason Grilli with 2 outs in the 9th. Base is empty, and now it's a 3-run ball game. Sometimes those home runs can be rally killers, huh?
Well, yeah, they have to start over from scratch. You like to get the runs, but now everything's settled down. The bases are clear. Unfortunately, the Pirates had enough breathing room to still have this feel pretty comfortable.
Joel Hanrahan up now. If Grilli wouldn't continue for some reason, this would be a safe situation for Hanrahan. He hasn't been in one in a while. But Grilli's going to get an opportunity certainly to finish up. And I think if he were to lose Corcoran here, they'd go to Hanrahan, don't you think?
There's a chance. You never know how they want to play it. But if he's being overly cautious, and sometimes you get into that mode this time of the year, then there's a good chance that would happen.
First pitch a strike, and Grilli just trying to finish things off.
And the Astros scored a couple late last night, and it didn't matter because the Pirates had built up enough of a cushion. Last night 6-2, tonight 6-3 at this point.
0-1 pitch. Twisted foul, and now the Astros down to their final strike.
Easy souvenir for Laird with the ball going in the Houston bullpen. First major league home run.
0-2. Watch out. Jason Grilli looking to record the final out tonight and give the Pirates win number 72. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Missed up high. Carlos Corcoran, the switch hitting catcher. With a double tonight, he's 1 for 3, and the base is empty after Laird's home run. And also scored Wallace. Now Grilli set to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. There's your ball game right there. The Pirates win the series 2-1. They get win number 72, and they match last year's win total with 26 games to play.
And a W is a W. The rest is details. A win for the Bucks as they pick up some ground in the wild card chase. Good night.
Rod Barajas celebrated his 37th birthday with a Pirates win. They've now won back-to-back games. And Rod had a base hit, went 1 for 4 and scored a run. And Gabby Sanchez had a 3-hit night, 3 singles and a run batted in. So Kevin Correa will pick up the victory here tonight. And for the 4th straight season, Correa now in double digits in victories. It's win number 10. For Clint Hurdle, congratulating the boys after this 6-3 win over the Astros. Let's go down to section 103. Rob King and Kent Tekulve standing by.
Tim and Steve, thanks very much. Good balance out of the Pirates lineup. Once again, getting a spark at the top of the lineup was Brock Holt and Clint Barmas, who was slipped into the 2-hole with a late addition and subtraction in the Pirates lineup. Jose Tabata out of the lineup. The sore foot, you saw him foul off the pitch last night. He was unable to go. Alex Presley steps in and does a nice job, and Barmas does a nice job at the top of the lineup with Holt as well.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that first inning, and that's always the big one. We're going to talk about that in a little while. And, yeah, the guys at the top got it done tonight, and it's good to see that because, you got the combination of everything going. You got the 0, you got the lead, and that's really where you want to play from almost every night.
That guy in the 8-hole did a pretty nice job as well. He's joining us right now, and that is Alex Presley. Alex, thanks very much for being with us, and congratulations. I know you were a late add to the lineup tonight, but really a good performance, not only getting base hits, but obviously scoring runs tonight as well.
Yeah, it was a situation where I got to the park and saw I wasn't playing, and new Tabby was banged up a little bit, so I had to be ready to go no matter what. And it turned out, it was a late scratch, and I got to start.
Well, Alex, let's talk about that situation a little bit. When you come into the clubhouse initially, you look at the lineup card, your name's not in it, so you're now preparing. You start your preparation to be a guy on the bench for tonight. Then all of a sudden you find out, an hour before, an hour and a half before game time, you're in the lineup. What kind of changes do you need to make from preparing to be a bat off the bench to being a starting outfielder?
Like you said, coming off the bench is totally different than starting, so I had to go in and take a look at the starting pitcher and stuff like that, stuff that I normally wouldn't do. I'd normally prepare for relievers, and it's just a totally different mindset starting because, you're out there from the get-go, and you got all 9 usually. So off the bench is tough, that mindset. But, I've started a bunch of games, so made the adjustment pretty easily.
Alex, while you were at the plate, Steve Blass was saying, boy, I sure would love to see Alex Presley hit a triple here with Rod Barajas on first and chase Rod all the way around. You're able to do that. Talk us through that triple if you could.
Yeah, I knew I hit it well. I knew I had Rod on first, but even though Rod's not the fastest guy, he's a really good base runner, so a lot of people don't know that. So he sold out on it for me, and I was watching the whole way as I was coming around second to make sure he was being waved home, so I didn't run up his back. But, he hustled all the way, and it was fun to watch.
I'm going to say, when Barajas is on first and you hit a triple like that, is the first thing that goes in your mind, don't lap him?
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to pay attention to what's in front of you. So I was picking up the third base coach the whole way, just hoping that the ball got over the center fielder's head, and it did, and it worked out perfect.
Well, Alex, a terrific game. Great job stepping in a really professional game from Alex Presley. Thanks very much for joining us, Alex. Congratulations on the win. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. We'll see you this weekend.
All right, thank you.
And that is, Teak, you bring that up, and we've seen that. The Pirates have gotten some guys, whether it's late ads or somebody steps into the lineup. Clint Hurdle maybe pitching, pushing some of the right buttons, but even like Kevin Correa, when you go to him, what a professional job. He's in the rotation, he's out of the rotation, he's back in the rotation, and Kevin Correa was really, really on his game tonight, extremely efficient.
Yeah, he was, and that's just like guys coming off the bench. The hardest thing for a starting pitcher to do is be in and out of the rotation, not be there every 5th day. Kevin's had to deal with that in the last 3 weeks to a month, and yet he comes out when it's his turn to pitch. He's prepared to pitch. He comes out. He gets ready before the game starts. He knows that the first inning's important. He pitches well in the first inning, sets the tone, and then the offense helps him out by scoring a run. He's working with a lead, so then, he can just continue to do what he's doing, which is make good pitches, hold the Astros down, and hope that the offense can continually add on, which is exactly what happened. But, yeah, bouncing in and out of the rotation, not an easy thing to do, particularly when you're a creature of habit, when you've been starting for quite a while. Not the easiest thing to do, but Kevin has done a really good job of handling both the physical and the mental part of having to do that.
Well, a nice turnaround for the Pirates. Remember, they lost on Monday to this struggling Astros team. It was their 4th consecutive loss. Now they've won 2 in a row heading into the day off with the Chicago Cubs coming into town this weekend. We still have a lot coming your way. Our Pirates postgame presented by Allegheny Sports Medicine show is coming up next, in which we'll have highlights. Post-game reaction, you'll hear from manager Clint Hurdle, our Ask Teague segment, and we'll take a peek forward to that weekend series coming up against the Cubs as well. That's all when Teague and I return on Pirates Postgame, presented by Allegheny Sports Medicine.